That's the part about certain shows is that they can be so good in a certain format, but then another format will ruin its name completely, because anytime you mention Promised Neverland, people don't remember or recall it to being the great show that it was. And it's unfortunate, but that this is how it is. But anime truly carries, it can carry the weight of the entirety of a certain franchise, because it's a very popular medium.
That's the best source of it.
I mean, I can agree with that, because, like, you know, you get to hear it, you get to feel it. Yeah, no, I trust me, I get it, but it is different. Not to say that reading manga's worse.
You don't feel that.
I
That shit is
trust
dead.
me. Okay, it's not fucking dead.
I don't
but-
feel
I get it, but at the end of the day, it's a mystery for all I know why they did what they did with Promised Neverland. And I am a firm believer that I might just be holding my hopes up, but I hope to God that one day they go back and they just redo season 2 altogether.
That's what I'm saying.
At that rate, they might as well just Promised Neverland Brotherhood that bitch, for real.
Full Metal can
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Oh, that's that good
Yo, it's your boys, Brother Ooch, IQ. Welcome back. It's me, and we are the Full Power Podcast. All right, welcome back, everybody. And the whole gang is finally here. Well, I shouldn't say whole gang, because, you know, I haven't forgotten about Kai. I have never forgotten about Kai, in case anyone thought I did, but no, I haven't forgotten about him. So 3/4, but hey, it's as good as we're gonna get for the time being. Everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Full Power Podcast. It's your host that tries to know the most, and I got my man Brother Ooch over here. I got my other boy, IQ, not so little Ooch, finally back from freaking a school class robotics trip. And he's going to tell us all about it on this episode. Obviously, we're going to have some other things to talk about, anime related and whatnot, life related and whatnot. Before we get into it, just so that I can, like, you know, do it proper. If you want to hear your name shouted out at the end of these episodes, Wrapped, you trying to sponsor, details on that. You're trying to submit any questions, comments, concerns, and other business inquiries, that's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That is fullpowerpod@gmail.com. Now let me get back to the Patreon shout out, because if you want to hear your name Wrapped and you're trying to spruce up, add some more decor to this studio set, just help the quality and help us get that much closer to full-time status, hit us up, Full Power Podcast on the Patreon page. That's Full Power Podcast on the Patreon page. So, now, Brother Ooch, how you doing today, sir?
Okay. That is.
Okay, I understand why, and you're taking it like a champ. You are, and I relate. I can relate. And you know the funny thing is, I will tell you, I was talking to Dad, and he felt bad because he wanted to fuck with you so hard, and
You know he says "let's go"
yes,
in text.
yes, I was
The
there.
timing is not.
Oh, yo, you should have heard him yesterday.
Yo, I'm telling you right now.
I was in pain.
When I was there, and you were home watching the game, I was witness to anytime anything would happen against the Lakers, and he would bug out, and he would get so excited. He'd be like, yeah! And he's like, I'm gonna call Brandon. I'm gonna call Brandon.
We won that game.
Yo,
though.
he was
Yeah.
screaming.
We choked last.
Yeah. It happens. I'm very sorry. And like I said, like I was not about to rub it in. Not trying to do that to you. Because I know how I would have felt if people were up in my face about Roman losing at WrestleMania. So if you missed out on that conversation, definitely check out the last week's episode. But we made the comparison between the Lakers and fucking wrestling. So we made it work. So IQ, how about you, sir? How are you doing?
I'm alright. I have a lot of schoolwork.
You catch up work? or just like in general? Like,
Some weird ass package.
Catch up work.
gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. All right, well, since you were gone for a total of 3 weeks, even though we came back last week, so the podcast took like a two week hiatus because of the scheduling, and then you were gone last week because you were literally not even home. So tell us about your trip. How did things go down in Tejas, aka Texas?
So it was good. I say it's our best year yet, robot wise, because even though we placed 19th in our division, it was the hardest division. Because how it works is I think there's like 8 divisions, and then the winners of those divisions play to get. It's like you play to get on the winning division team, and then you play on the playoffs.
Okay. And like, out of how many schools were there? Do you know? Because you said you made 19.
Well, each division there's like 70.
What?
Damn. And they made 19. That's not bad. That's pretty fire. Good shit. Did you guys like get any like medals or anything like that for 19th or no?
Nah.
Okay, I figured I'd ask. You never know. I might get cookie or something. I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. Out of
the
70
outside
schools,
activities, the outside activities were all right.
Yeah, like what'd y'all do for fun?
I mean, one time we went. Oh, we were supposed to go to a museum, a butterfly museum. But the hotel took like 5 years to check us in.
Okay.
So we had to miss it.
Oh, that sucks.
Butterfly.
But we went to like.
Yes, you heard that.
So like
correctly.
the thing is like the theme of the game was like music related and like art related. So we went to like paint. It was like painting, but it was like painting, but you get points for your team for like guessing the right song. It was like a weird place.
Interesting. This was an actual like store.
Yeah, this is an actual place.
Interesting.
We went go-karting though. That was my favorite.
Ooh, okay.
That's
more like
that's
it. Yeah.
Flies painting.
And then the rest I forgot.
Oh, so it sounds like you had a decent amount of time. Last time I was in Texas, it was for Kamea-Con. The only time I've ever been in Texas was for that.
Who's how that shit? Yeah.
Yeah. What was the highest degree as it was over there?
Had to be.
You think so?
Like 90, 89, probably.
Was it like dry heat or was it humid?
Nah. It was good. I liked it. It was like good temperature heat.
It was probably.
Yeah, my guess is dry too. I just wanted to see if that's what it was, because I know, like, out towards that way, especially around that region, yeah, it'll be like dry heat, like Vegas, Arizona, blah blah blah.
Nah, but low key, like going towards nighttime, it was good. Like there's some wind. There's like a little.
Oh
breeze.
Yeah, a little breeze. Yeah, those are nice.
That's what I'm talking about. But like, because the thing is,
probably
during
better,
like the whole day. During like the whole day, we were in the convention center, but like for lunch, we could go outside because there was food trucks. The heat's killing. It's like killer heat.
Yeah, dude. Yep. Yeah, that heat. You know, it's so weird how like heat can affect people's eczema in a positive way. And I say that as someone with eczema, and I know you have eczema as well. We both got fucked on that. And I remember when I was in Arizona for the 2 years I was there, literally anytime I would be outside, I'd cook, like, free. Like, I wouldn't have to be outside for too long, and I'd be cooking. And then I noticed my back, which is where most of my eczema spots are, was just, like, gone.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a heat, but it's also probably like the climate as well, as far as like the area, that's what I'm trying to say, the area. And like in combination with the heat, you figure, well, shit, my body's like changing to the surroundings. So whatever the fuck's over here on the East Coast is messing us up. But I bet you if you were there for longer than a week and you like exposed yourself and, outside or whatever, you would naturally see that your eczema would heal up a little bit too. Cause like when I moved back home, my back was clear. It has never been that clear since before I had eczema. And then of course, obviously I'm back home. It's all back. It's all. It's crazy.
I agree with this thing, cause like usually during like summertime, springtime, I'm like fine, but as soon as school starts, then I get cooked.
Colder weather then. That might.
Right.
That's so weird though, cause like you would think heat, especially when you sweat, stuff like you would be itchy. That's that's my thought.
Yeah, no. You definitely are at points.
Like,
but
so weird how the cold affects y'all like.
It's terrible, and you're lucky that you missed that.
Maybe it's cause like your skin can kind of peel when it gets cold because you like it dry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you have to like lotion crazy type of.
Yeah, but sometimes that doesn't even. I mean, like obviously we gotta stay lotioned up and whatnot, but it's the condition is the condition, But let's not get into a medical podcast right now. So I was gonna ask you, Jared, while you was out there, did you watch any anime at all?
Hell no, I had no time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I figured I'd ask. Only because sometimes when I remember being on like school trips, it would always be fun to like watch shit or play games with like whoever was on the trip, and whoever was bold enough to bring a console with them and play in like the hotel room. Oh,
I mean, I brought my
days.
Switch.
Bro, my last school trip was probably in like middle school.
You didn't go nowhere in high school?
I don't even remember going anywhere in high school, to be honest. Maybe like what's the typical trip, Dorney or some shit?
If you were in like band or chorus, yeah.
Yeah, I was never in either of those.
Yeah. That adds up then. I was in band literally like all my middle school and high school years. Well, yeah. I was in there even for senior year too. Yeah. So you say you brought your Switch. Did you get to play it though?
Yeah. Like after 12.
Oh, like at midnight.
But then I'll pass out.
Till I pass out. What'd you play?
Smash.
Ooh.
I would cook them.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did tell me that you cook all your friends around there. Isn't that
okay?
Fun
but now things have changed.
Why is that?
Because now there's this Japanese kid on the team, and now he kind of cooks me a little bit.
Them Japanese niggas, when it comes to the game.
I mean, listen, not all of them. Most of them, sure.
Majority,
yeah.
To talk to them about Pokemon, them motherfuckers don't play around.
That's if they play.
Majority of them play.
Okay.
I've never seen not one Japanese.
That's so funny.
Like real talk.
So wait, who do you play in Smash again?
I just play random nowadays.
Oh, so you're that nice? You just play whoever, huh?
Okay, because usually my friends are like, are bad, so I just play random.
Answered for them.
Yeah. Who do you play?
I don't need to play.
Oh, I don't need to play. He says.
I don't need to play. I don't even remember who was in the game.
I remember the last person that you played.
So I mean, yeah, I don't even.
The last person you played in Smash Brothers was Little Mac.
Oh yeah, man.
And you want to know why?
Because that motherfucker got that instant. Well,
no, that was part of it.
I mean, he throws like mad fucking combos.
The reason why you played Little Mac,
he's fast as fuck,
was because you decided to call him Tony from the Bronx.
I don't even remember that.
It was the most randomest shit ever. I don't know where you got that from. I don't know why you started saying that, but literally, we were at Andre's house before he like moved out to like where he lives now. Okay. And I brought my Switch and 4 controllers. I put it in Smash Brothers. and everyone was all playing. You were playing, and you decided to pick Lil Mac. I know for a fact you have no idea who this person is or where they come from. All you saw was a boxer, and you're like, I'm picking this guy. And every time you would get a hit, you'd be like, Tony from the Bronx. And I'm like, where did this shit come from?
Yeah, I don't remember you. That shit.
There you go, guys.
I mean, that was years ago, though.
It was definitely years ago for sure. But I miss playing Smash Brothers, especially with you guys, because Smash with the family is always fun. Because it's not like hella competitive. I mean, it is, but it's like in a family-friendly way. Like, I'm used to competitive Smash, like rule sets, stage bans, all that shit. When we play with the family, like shit, back in the day, the items were on. The timer was on.
Items is wild. I never play with items.
You know, and that's the thing. The weird thing about that, though, I will say, is that I feel like Smash Brothers may have evolved to a point where even at a casual level, like where you guys are playing at right now, items is like just turned off automatically.
Yeah, no one ever plays items.
Which is really weird to me, considering like we came from a day and age where before all the competitive and 4-stock FD only, it was straight up like everyone was playing 4 players and the items were on. It was on 2 minutes, which was the default settings back in the day for Smash Melee. You know what I'm saying? And
because nobody wants to be like, oh, you got carried by that, but you got carried by the Smash, the ultimate, whatever it's called.
No, but honestly, no, that's true, because I even remember back when I was in school. By the time I got to college, what ends up happening is you get everyone's a casual for the most part. But then what happens is you get enough people that are like, oh yeah, like I'm nice at this. So then you're like, oh, okay, turn the items off. So like that's how you can decipher who was really nice and who was just talking shit. Because you don't understand how many people, everybody and their mothers thinks that they was nice at Smash Brothers, especially back in the day. See, now it's like if I'm at a family gathering, for example, and anybody in the room or whatever is like, you know, we're just talking bullshit and whatever, shooting the shit, and then Smash comes up and they're like, oh yeah, I'm nice, I immediately get like you. And what I mean by that is I go into like kill mode. I'm just like, oh yeah, let's go, let's play right now. Because like it's like that competitive edge and that shit that's deep within all of us. See, it's out of you more because you just wear that energy all the time, right? It's in me, but you gotta dig for it. It's in him, but you really gotta dig for it, right? Right now, he's at a level where he's whooping all his friends, but then as soon as that one Japanese dude he knows, he's like, oh, yeah, that's when he does one of this.
You gotta tune it.
No, I gotta sit up. I gotta sit up for that one.
Yeah, you gotta sit up for that shit.
Usually, because we play like whoever's in the room. Usually, it just ends up being me and him at the end.
Yeah. Yo, have y'all ever done like the 8-player Smash now? Because they could do that. So everyone can play at once?
I mean, I haven't done it before, but I know you can. The most I've done was like 6.
Okay. Yeah. I remember when we had people over the last time for the barbecue, I had it on 8 players.
That's too many.
It's a lot, but yo, it's fun. It's fun. You could do a lot with that. You could do 2v2v2v2. You could do 4-on-4. You know, like I've done a lot of crazy modes at my boy Julius's house. Shout out 2-4. And I would have so much fun playing Smash over there because like he would invite all of our friends and then like we would do the most bullshit rules and we'd just have fun. You know, so it was a good time. I love talking Smash Brothers. It's been a long time. It's been a while. So let us know what you guys thought, or if you guys play Smash, would you guys play? But I did have a question for you guys in particular. So anime, right? Kaiju number fucking 8. At the time this is out, we will have had 3 episodes. Well, we have 3 episodes that are currently live right now that you can go and watch on Crunchyroll. Not a sponsor, but just had to throw that out there so you know where exactly you can go and check it out at. The 3 episodes have reactions on my channel. Obviously, there's a link in the description below if you haven't checked that out. And yeah, I guess I figured I'd bring it up here so that way we can give Jared a chance to talk about it, even though I know he told me off screen that he hasn't been watching it, but he has read the manga. My man.
I read the manga, but that was in like September. So let's see how good I remember it.
So far, where they're at in the story, excuse me, is that so they kind of explain the world a little bit, obviously, where in Japan, kaiju roam the city and the country, and they have a defense force that goes and
obliterates them.
That
or tries to.
And then there's a cleanup crew, which is like a very important thing that, you know, a lot of like, you know, big time like Marvel, DC, like you never really like see that part of like mass destruction in cities and like, oh, like how does all this shit get cleaned up so fast? So in this show, they deal with that. They have a team where there's people dedicated to do that. And our main character, Kafka Hibino, is one of those guys. Now, his dream is to be on said defense force so that he can, you know, live up to this dream that he had, or the promise that he had with his friend, who we later find out goes by the name of I Forgot. And
she's the lead. She's the lead of her division.
Yeah, she's the lead of her division. I think it's Mina, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot. So anyway, he's like this. He's basically like a garbage man, glorified garbage man, pretty much. And she's like the head of her division. And so then, like throughout these episodes, he learns that there's like applications for getting a shot at becoming on the defense force. But before that, there's like this whole incident where him and this other dude, they get into some like quarrel. He saves him. They end up in the hospital. And then randomly out of nowhere, a kaiju just decides to like get eaten by him. It was like
a kaiju fly.
Yeah, it was weird. It looked ugly as fuck. So then at that moment, like very fast, it was like they didn't waste no time with this shit. He just instantly becomes like a humanoid kaiju, right? And so now you have this dynamic in this show, which is like pretty unique, where you have a guy that in this world, they are literally designed, and that is their objective, to destroy all the kaiju. But now he is a kaiju. So remember when I said a while ago where I was like, kaiju number 8 is about to be the new Attack on Titan, right? And people wanted to shit on me and say like, no, they're not the same at all. They're very different. In tone, they are very different. But they have a lot of underlying similarities, where in Attack on Titan, it was about the Titans, and kaiju number 8 is about the kaiju. But the funny thing is, Eren, the main character, was a fucking Titan. He was the Attack Titan, you later find out. And then in kaiju number 8, he is the fucking kaiju number 8. So, I mean, it kind of spells itself out for itself, but that's okay. People will probably come to and realize it, you know, sooner than later. So moving on from that, now they're like trying to scramble and be like, yo, how the fuck is he gonna hide this? So then he goes and he takes this exam. He passes like this first written part, but then it's the next part is like all the physical stuff, and that's where we get to meet the other chick who I'm blanking on her name.
The yellow hair girl thing.
Shinomiya.
That's the last name.
Yeah. So Shinomiya, she's like a gifted, talented chick who she's all about being on. She's like a natural.
She's the top scout. She's like a Levi.
Oh,
well, I don't want to stretch.
Well, okay.
I don't want to stretch it.
His friend also joins with him, right?
Correct. Yeah, I forget his name, but I'm like terrible with names nowadays, but he's like the white-haired dude, silver, something like that.
Yeah.
So pretty much there's a cool scene by like the third episode where Shinomiya, I guess, like she pretty much introduces herself to Kafka and Friend, and she like introduces herself by like basically like showing off completely,
chucking his fucking truck.
Yeah, and she chucks their fucking car, which I'm just like, bitch, what?
Into a new
That's
space.
expensive. How you just gonna break a whole shit like that, right? So that happens, but then he puts it back. So she pays attention to this, and meanwhile the friend is like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna blow your own cover. But she, like I said, she peeps and she's like, oh, so he is really strong. But meanwhile, she had a suit on. She had her own exosuit the entire time. So I'm like, okay, you can tell this girl comes from money, because it's not until later in that episode where you see them all get like specially designed, form-fitting suits that actually end up enhancing their power output, which is really cool, because it's like, well, how the fuck else are they supposed to attack and fight these kaiju with their bare ass hands, right? So these suits are there in place so that they can actually go toe to toe with them, which is really cool. That's a really cool element to introduce into this show. And so they also share that like there's a percentage output that can get placed onto the suit. So like depending on like how like it goes off of the person. So like depending on how like strong you are, I forget exactly how it's measured, but basically like it's like the fire that's burning within you, that is what like helps you get some sort of percentage number. And like, you know, you're getting a glimpse of like all these characters, like this person has 20 something, this person has like in the teens, this has a 20 something, and then like this person has 30, and then Shinomiya, she has like 46. So I'm just like, damn, like that's kind of fire, right? And of course Kafka, 0. Right? My man got no percentage. And they're put into a test that essentially, if they don't like require assistance, then they're fine. But as soon as some sort of emergency safety protocol comes into play, they're fucked and they just automatically fail, right? Because obviously they don't want any of their students to die, because they are kept within like a safe ground that has kaiju that they've like captured from real events. So like so far the story is pretty cool. It's very interesting. I think also I forgot to mention episode 2, there was a moment where it was actually a pretty big moment actually, where Kafka had an opportunity to save a girl from an actual kaiju. That was a big ass fucking like Godzilla ass monster.
Oh, we did.
Right? No. Yeah. This is episode 2. So like in episode 2, like, and like at first when she sees him, she's afraid because obviously like, oh, kaiju, right? But then when she realized that he saved her, she thanked him afterwards. Yeah. And she referred to him, kaiju-san, arigato.
And she told the defense force people when they came later as fuck.
Yeah, she stuck up for him, which was really cool. And I loved that, right? So I'm like, damn, like that's fire, right?
Don't hurt the good kaiju. That's
don't hurt that. Yeah. So that's an important piece of detail. So like we do get to see him in action prior to this like exam portion of the show. But fast forward back to where I was at, he's put into a situation, of course, where he's also trying not to use his powers because he feels like that's cheating.
Being a bitch.
Wow. So like in a way, it does like make sense that, okay, sure, I can see why you might argue against that and be like, well, yeah, that would be cheating. But it's just like, well, if you think about it, he didn't ask for those powers.
Yeah, no.
He didn't even get those kaiju powers off of his own will. He had no choice. That whatever that fucking worm kaiju shit was, that was the one that made his decision for him and imposed itself into him. So at this rate and at this point, he's completely in the right to use what comes natural, right? So I believe it is very fair. So moving on, he's, like I said, he's trying to not use those powers. He's trying to like pass on his own accords, but you know, when push comes to shove and your life is on the line, I mean,
his life was on the line.
Shinomiya actually saved him
3 times.
3 fucking times. And then after that last saving, he was like, all right, that's it. I'm tired of this, tired of that, and then his percentage went from 0 to 0.01. So, and that's where it ends in episode 3. And the proctors, they like noticed that, and even his friend, who was like one of the captains,
who's the lead.
She was watching along, and she was like, right, she peeped. So everyone's paying attention because I guess even raising your percentage even up a little bit right now is like, I guess, a big deal, because so far no one else has done that yet. So,
well, I don't know. I didn't really have predictions, I don't think, last time, but
yeah, we didn't talk about predictions.
I feel like at some point, maybe within this little exam, there could potentially be like a surprise kaiju that's like above all, and that might force him to use that shit faster than like.
So you're predicting that there's gonna be an outside kaiju
that somehow
enters into this training ground.
That's a prediction. That's a prediction. Could be far-fetched, but I can kind of see something like that happening.
You know what? And
whether it's that, or whether it's just like some powerful ass kaiju that
yeah, sure,
maybe the people that are behind it knows that it's there, or whatever the case. But some, you know, it would be kind of crazy if it's an outlier kaiju coming in.
I actually like that prediction a lot, because that, you know what that reminds me of? Tuning exams.
Yeah.
They were all in the middle of a fucking test. They were all doing these battles in front of an audience, and then all of a sudden, catastrophe.
Then they got
and then it turned into a whole war.
A real
Orochimaru invasion. Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Those were the days. Ooh, I can hear the
because I feel like it has to. Shinomiya has to get. He has to get his lick back when it comes to her. So he has to save her ass. This is what I'm saying.
Right, you gotta get that receipt.
There has to be an outlier kaiju, or some kaiju that's more powerful than what she is right now. And then
yeah.
You know,
I fuck with that.
You see what I'm saying?
So that's where we're at, Jared. So like, since you even though you said you haven't read since September of 2023, I presume, what do you think about the show, where it's at so far, and do you remember those events that happened?
I remember them. I refrained from saying anything because I don't want to spoil anything.
Good man.
I didn't know when, like, I didn't know like how episode 3 ended, but then you reminded me. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So basically, that's where they ended, and so how did you like? So when you were reading Kaiju number 8, was it a show? Was it a series that you were like, you enjoyed, or like, did you have any issues with it, or like, what's up?
Oh no, I read like 40 chapters in one day.
Oh, so it must have been good.
It's done already?
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still going. I can do a quick little peek and see exactly what the latest chapter number is. It has been a while that I have personally read Le Kaiju numero 8. Damn, there's a lot of new fucking series that have since released. Oh, here we go. So the latest chapter is 106. So they're officially in the 100s now. New chapter is coming in 9 days. This is a manga that I actually like, this schedule that this one has in particular. It's not your typical weekly serialized series. This is actually one that comes out like every 2 weeks. So it gives the creator a little bit more of a, you know.
So some bi-weekly shit?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a bi-weekly series. And what was the last chapter I read? Oh, 95. Okay. So I'm not that far behind. I thought I was farther back than that.
You already know what the fuck happened.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but think, okay. Here, I'll put it to you like this, right? Chapter 95, so the last one I read was 94. So 94 came out September 28th of 2023. And the latest chapter came out April 25th. That's like a few days ago, 5 days ago.
Yeah.
I put us out there, sorry. But it came out a few days ago. And it started. Does it give me a date? No, it doesn't even give me a date as to when kaiju number 8 started. I'm gonna have to look that up on the side somewhere else. But the point being is that it's been out for years and years. I mean, like, I don't want to be like years and years and years and years, but like it's been out for enough time. I'm gonna search this up real fast as well. Number 8. See what I get. So where's the manga adaptation? It started July 3rd of 2020. So it's a 4-year-old show. And I started when it started. So, and it's been since last year. Last September. Matter of fact, that's when he was reading it.
That's when I was reading it.
Yeah. So as of last September, that was the last time I read it. And even then, you gotta figure it's been since 2020 since I've read those first couple chapters. So like when that's the thing with me, and I guess feel free to comment below as always, guys, that like how you guys feel about what I'm about to say. When it comes to watching anime that has already been like it was a manga first, right? And like you go into a new anime with that knowledge of a manga, it's like it really depends on like how well your memory works. Because for me, I know that there's been some series that I've either finished or I've read ahead, and then I go to watch the anime and I'm just like for me it feels very fresh. Because like I get how do I even say this? Like I get memories of the things that I had previously read, but it's been so long that it's like it's almost like I'm seeing it for the first time. And then there's even moments where it's just like I don't even remember that shit. So like obviously there's specific moments that I do recall that were very big. So it's like how you don't forget that shit. But like it's not like, you know, it's not like it is with Dragon Ball Z or Naruto, for us at least, where those kinds of shows we remember most of all of it, if not all of it, like the back of our fucking hands. Anything like kaiju number 8 or anything else, like I can say with a lot of confidence I remember a lot of the first season of Attack on Titan very vividly because we watched it out like 5 times, like on repeat during all those years where we didn't get any new seasons. So like with newer shows, it's really hard to do that because I haven't gone back and like watched My Hero Academia, for example. And that's another one that I started on the very first day it came out in the manga. I kept up with it, and then the fucking like following year and change, it got an anime adaptation. I watched season 1, I watched season 2, watched the movie, watched season 3. I kept up with all those things. But like I can tell you right now, I haven't been on My Hero in a while. And that's the thing, like there's things that happen that I know you still haven't even seen. That I'm like in my head, I'm like, I wonder if he saw that shit yet. You know what I'm saying? Because again, vivid moments. But even when we get around to those episodes and I'm watching them, like you remember checkpoint moments. But it's like, I wish I had such a fluid, strong memory so that I could be like some of these people that fucking remember everything, line by line, episode titles, this and that, off their first go. I'm not like that. I wish I was. If there's a way to enhance your memory, let me know. Cause I'm not trying to have this old man fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? This is terrible. So yeah, that was my little thing on kaiju number 8. I'm looking forward to it. So that's a good prediction though that you had. It's a very good one. I can't really make any prediction because I kind of know what happens coming up. But you know, episode 4 is coming out. This is gonna be a 13 episode series, guys. If you have not checked it out yet, it is very new, and like I've been saying, I have a lot of good faith in it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be like one of the hottest animes that is currently airing today. Are there any other shows that you guys have either started or have your eye on that you're trying to watch?
Check my list.
Jared, you got any?
I do not, but I have information.
Okay, what kind of information?
Solo Leveling Arise comes out May 8th. I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit, that's next week.
Well, like season
If
2?
you want to play, pre-download, you get some rewards.
This nigga is talking about a game.
That's mobile or Steam or both?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Nigga almost got me hyped for season 2.
Oh, it's not Steam. It's on its own launcher.
What do you mean it's on? Oh, like, oh wow, it's like its own game?
It's on, so the company that makes it is Netmarble, and they have
Okay.
like a launcher. So it's on that.
But it's cross progression with mobile?
I'm pretty sure.
As long as you can sign in with like a Google account or something like that, then your progress should be able to save. I mean, that's how I would imagine a lot of these mobile games are like nowadays anyway, because like I, for example, play Marvel Snap, very loud and proud.
Mm-hmm.
Great game.
Yeah, there's cross
Yeah,
progression.
okay. I'd imagine anything that's out nowadays would definitely have to have some sort of cross progression, because listen, man, it's 2024. Video games, if they're on multiple platforms, you should be able to have the ability to fucking play on any console on your one account, and all your progress should just be crossing over seamlessly. And that's how it is with a lot of games. The fact that some of them are not like that, they got to get with the times, because not only are games being more and more cross progressive, they are also now making games that are cross platform. And the games that are not doing that, people call them out and be like, it's like games with no rollback netcode for fighting games. It's like if you ain't got rollback, you're not. Chances are people are not gonna play that shit because people need that good netcode. You know, so imagine playing Call of Duty and it was lagging every game. Would you play that shit?
No.
Exactly. You wouldn't even look at that shit. Like, you would probably go to the fucking studio and be like, fix your servers. Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. So you're looking at your list. You got your list yet?
Yeah. No, it's nothing crazy. It's really at this point, it's Kaiju, My Hero. Even though My Hero is like season 7 is like a complete kind of like a refresher almost of like what's kind of happened, and like I guess the mindset or the thought process that Deku's having, from everything he's endured and up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it episode by episode and shit like that, so it's gonna take a bit. They like literally from the looks of it, looks like season 7 is probably gonna be trash.
You think so?
unless halfway through they start giving you like real-time episodes, because right now it's all back shit that I don't care about.
Damn, you think that 7 is...
Season 7. Season 6 was flames on flames because of the war, but now it's like they're in a war cooldown, so now it's like they're going into the mind of Deku and backtracking in a sense.
Wait, no.
That's what it feels like.
I'm afraid to say anything because I feel like if this is where I think they are right now,
like he's preparing to fight.
Yeah,
Shigaraki
those episodes
again.
Are good.
The ones that I'm watching right now.
I have a feeling, because again, I don't want to say anything because I'm afraid I will spoil it.
Like right now, because did I watch episode? Yeah, I watched episode 4. So yeah, pretty much. I mean, from what I can recall, it's like it's all about Deku's backstory as far as from the start to where he's at, especially with like the one for all, right? He has the one. Yeah, he's the one with the one for all. So
you wanted the one The all
The
for
all
one.
for one. That's the bad one. Yeah,
that's
no,
the
but
one you wanted.
but
yeah.
it's like, you go through the entire lineage of the one for all and all the.
Yes.
So that's what they're doing in season 7 right now. Like, that's what comes with the mind of Deku, all of them niggas.
Right.
And so it's just like that. I guess I'm gonna call it backstory in a sense, because it's like it's not current. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's not current. It's not right now type shit. So they're getting that out of the way, and I'm expecting them to potentially get it out the way completely. Probably, maybe by episode 6 or 7 if we're lucky, because that's like the halfway mark. Because if they don't give me no good shit by that point, I'm about to just give up and wait for season 8.
Oh, don't do that.
But other than my Hero and Kaiju, like, I've been scouting a little bit. Nothing as of yet that I would probably recommend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have been keeping my eye on this one series. It's actually on Netflix.
What's it called?
It's an anime. It's called B, The Beginning.
It's anime?
Yeah.
Interesting. What is it? What is
But,
it about?
I mean, I've only gotten through the first episode, and like I haven't watched episode 2 completely because like I just haven't been able to. But I'll read you the description, I guess.
Go ahead. Let us know what it's about.
Let me see. Because there's 2 seasons of it, and episode 1 was pretty good. And from my memory, the opener is really good.
Okay.
Which is a start. But fuck the description. All right, so. All right, so it's pretty short description, I guess. So it's the RIS investigates a death that appears to be linked to Killer B, though Keith disagrees, and another body leads them to stake out a high-powered party. I don't even think that's honestly the description.
I was about to be like,
this
what's
is probably the description of an episode. Yeah, that's episode 1. I don't know what the fuck this shit is.
Shit got the IRS in there. That shit sounds crazy already. What the fuck? That is fucking IRS.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems interesting at the moment.
Well, you got to give us something. You told us we're gonna give us a summary.
I'm trying to find it. Like, I don't know what the fuck Netflix be doing. Don't give me no summaries, no boy.
Hold on, let me see.
It gives me episode summaries, but that's no.
It's called B. Like, how do you spell it?
Just B. Literally.
Are you kidding me? If I type in B.
Type in B the beginning.
B the
base. Yeah.
Let me see if it shows up. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. In a world powered by advanced technology, crime and action unfold in the archipelagic nation of Cremona. Koku, the protagonist. Keith, the legendary investigator of the Royal Police Force RIS, a mysterious criminal organization. A wide variety of characters race through the fortified city as it is beset by the serial killer, Killer B, and a chain of crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep.
This sounds like one of those detective types of shows. And by the genre, it says that it's an action, mystery, psychological, supernatural thriller.
Yeah, it's kind of
sounds interesting.
Like episode 1's like a catcher.
It does.
Sure.
Wait a minute. So you found this on Netflix? This is older. This came out in 2018.
Yeah, just
because it has a sequel. It says "Be the Beginning Succession."
Oh, I don't know about that.
And there's
one.
another one too.
I was just watching season 1, episode 1, but they have 2 seasons.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never even heard of that. I feel like that might be
like it
a nice change of pace.
It popped up on my my Netflix shit.
Bro,
so I was like, what the fuck?
I recommended you watched Kengan Ashura. You wanted a fucking fighting anime that's like Baki. Watch Kengan. and it's on Netflix. Why don't you watch it? You should watch it. It's fucking good, especially because this summer they're releasing Baki versus Kengan.
How?
Because they are.
Like a movie?
It's a Netflix special. I don't know if it's episodes or if it's just one thing.
Man,
but
why the fuck they still fucking around with Baki? These motherfuckers can't get this shit right. Just
Bro.
release what we want to fucking see. That's what I'm saying. What are they doing? They have that shit in the back pocket. There's no way they haven't done that shit.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that they are having a Baki versus Kengan Ashura show.
Is probably one of the greatest non-organized animes ever.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, because for those that may not know, Baki has like a weird season release where it's not even about the timing, it's about where in the story they give us the story. Like, they were in the middle of a tournament, but then they decided that they were gonna give us a part of the show where he somehow ended up in jail, and there's a whole arc where he's just chilling in prison but having all these fights with people, and he fights one of the other characters that we've seen in other seasons, and it's like they make the story surrounding around this guy's mystery wife and this shit, and it's just like so random and very weird. And yeah, but in those middle of the tournament, so I don't know. Baki as a whole though, godlike.
Yeah, depressing.
Watch Kengan Ashura. I'm telling you, just watch it. It's like Baki. It's on Netflix. You were on Netflix, you about to watch this other shit you never heard of. The fuck. Yeah. All right. Let me see. I did see one comment that I figured I'd bring up before we wrap things up here. So this person writes, Solo was sick, man. I got told to read it years ago, but waited to watch it and was so good. Was curious of what happened next, though, so I am on 3 hours sleep from nearly finishing the manhwa. That's fucking nuts. Shout outs to you, first of all. That's actually really cool. That I love the feeling of getting to know something, like whether it's a show or it's like a comic or whatever, and you get so invested into it, you love it so much that you just want to consume more of it. And so in this case, and this happens a lot with animes, is that like you watch the anime and then you're just like, oh, I'm not trying to wait, and then you just go read the manga. You can't relate, obviously.
Can't relate.
Because you don't do that.
I'm stuck.
You literally, you just stay stuck and you're just like,
I want to see the
when's it coming out? I remember when Promised Neverland season 1 finished, the first thing I did was I picked up my fucking phone. Matter of fact, I picked up my iPad and I was like, yep, no, I'm reading this shit right now.
Determination, man.
And then they messed up season 2.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yo, you want to talk about that for a second? And that's the last thing we'll talk about. We'll wrap up.
All right. I mean, it was a while ago, but I remember. So there's a part in Promised Neverland where they like leave the little forest thing.
And that's where it all goes downhill.
And so they go to like the bunker because that's where they're like directed to go.
And that's actually where it all goes downhill.
And so in the manga, there's supposed to be this guy that's in the bunker.
Correct.
In the anime, he is not there.
He is not there at all. He doesn't even exist in this fucking shit.
What is the guy supposed to do?
He drives a lot more of the story in ways that the second season does not capture at all, because it completely misses that entire part. And let me tell you, there was so much shit. Bless you. There was so much shit that I'm sure you, anyone else that was reading that has read it prior, because again, we did not want to wait till the fucking, and this is actually a perfect example as to why in a lot of cases you should read the manga, because in situations where they take something that's so godlike and they fuck it up, at least you had an experience with it that was good.
See, it doesn't make sense to me why you spend all this time, drawing all this shit, and then you don't decide to implement it in real
It's not
shit,
that.
in the
It's-
animation.
It's not up to the creator.
What do you mean?
It's up to the
So
studio.
the way, yeah, thank you. The
I
way,
create
the
this
way,
shit.
no. Time out. Okay, the way you are going about it, you're going about it as if the mangaka, the person who's drawing and writing the story of that series, you're going about it as if that individual person is also in charge of the anime adaptation, and that is not how it works.
So you're basically saying, man who creates manga creates the anime, not involved in the animation.
So no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not involved in the project at all. They may oversee it. They may like get some sort of director's role or some sort of like, I don't know what the term is, but they might have something where the people that are adapting it may have to like check with them first to approve it.
Oh, they better check with me. The fuck? They ain't fucking up my greatness.
Yeah, no.
That shit makes zero sense. That sounds more as like the creator's fault.
So, all right, no. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I believe that they did what they did. For some reason, the studio and the company involved in the production of the second season of Promised Neverland, they, for whatever reason, probably had a busy schedule on their hands of other shows that they had to get to. So for whatever reason, they decided they were going to cut corners and they were going to use the namesake of Promised Neverland off of the freaking popularity that it built for itself from the original source material. They figured fans are going to watch this no matter what. So let's take this opportunity and fuck them over. Because that's exactly what they did. They literally,
without approval.
well, no, but that's the thing. I personally don't know if the creator even knew that they were gonna do that.
That's the thing. That shit. If that ain't in no contract, you need my approval, nigga, to release this shit or change anything about my manga, nigga. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's
Like, I would rather them push the date of the release to use my original source material than them fuck it up.
Yeah, but
mid shit.
Yeah, but that's the part that we don't know all those factors. Like, we don't know, like, when a show gets to adapt a manga, we don't know the specifics on how that even works out, because realistically, I'm pretty sure it's out of the hands of the creator, the original creator. Like, they're probably making royalties off of whatever that the anime gets to make, but aside from that, it's like, unless you're like Toriyama, which, rest in peace, he's not even with us.
What
no
about
more.
Bleach? Because that shit's perfect.
That's different.
What?
That's different because Tite Kubo specifically is involved.
So that's how it should be.
I agree with you.
Then what the fuck are these niggas doing?
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like for Promised Neverland, they fucked up because for whatever reason, they just didn't feel like they had to live up to this fucking great show's potential and legacy that it left behind.
Sounds like he deserves a revamp.
Well,
I'm right now. I'm sending. Everyone is DMing me to send because on Instagram there's someone who runs the account for seniors for like their college decision. So everyone's DMing me to DM them so I could be up there because it's May 1st. And also, I mean, by the time this goes up, it's not gonna be May 1st, but I'm going to Cornell, guys.
ooh, my man, out here, the Full Power Podcast exclusive. So you better show and tell this shit to all your friends, so that they're watching and being like, oh yeah, guys, I announced my college debut on the Full Power Podcast. It was an exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, that's how it works. It's sometimes out of their control, and I don't know. Like, and that's the shittiest part about certain shows, is that they can be so good in a certain format, but then another format will ruin its name completely, because anytime you mention Promised Neverland, people don't remember or recall it to being the great show that it was, because it's unfortunate, but that this is how it is. But anime truly can carry the weight of the entirety of a certain franchise.
Of course.
Because it's a very popular medium to intake, entertainment and shit like that. And that's
the best source of it.
I mean, I can agree with that, because like, you get to hear it, you get to feel it. Yeah. No, trust me, I get it, but it is different. It's not to say that reading manga is worse, but because
you don't feel that.
No,
shit. That shit
trust
is dead.
me. Okay, it's not
Dead.
fucking dead.
I don't feel shit.
I get it, but at the end of the day, it's a mystery for all I know why they did what they did with Promised Neverland. And I am a firm believer that, and I guess I might just be holding my hopes up, but I hope to God that one day they go back and they just redo season 2 altogether.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they might at that rate, they might as well just Promise Neverland Brotherhood that bitch, for real.
Shit, Full Metal can fucking do that.
Yeah, no, seriously, that should be like the running joke, is that like if there's ever a series that requires or needs any sort of like remake, they should just add Brotherhood because Full Metal started that shit. Because the original anime for Full Metal Alchemist was not even true one-to-one to the manga, but Brotherhood was.
Damn, bro, these motherfuckers are fucking up themselves.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
why wouldn't the creator be a part of the anime? Makes zero fucking sense.
What you want to say is, why isn't the creator, why don't they have a more hands-on involvement with the process of an anime adaptation? That's what you want. You don't want, why aren't they animating it? Because they're not fucking animators.
I don't care about them. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, I know that's not what you're saying, but I'm helping you word it correctly.
Well, yeah.
So people understand what the hell you're saying.
In short.
Yeah, I get it. All right, everyone. If you want to hear your name shouted out at the end of these episodes, you're trying to sponsor, you're trying to hear your name rapped, you're trying to spruce up the content, you're trying to see us be full-time, and you want more content exclusively, like all these other videos that we do have on the Patreon page, hit us up, Full Pride Podcast, on the Patreon page today. Yeah. All right, let's get it. We're going right into it. No, we're not wasting time out here. Okay. You feel me? Jayante Sheridan.
Giante.
Anthony Parker.
And park that beat.
Crystallion. Dante TX.
Suck it.
Jarek Rivera.
Rivera.
Lord Payne.
Kennedy's nuts.
Mr. Back again once again. Odd Man out.
Never count him out.
Philly Handball.
Smack that bitch.
Ryosuke Pachita. Thank you.
Shoryuken.
Soul Awakens.
Wake your ass up.
Super Saiyan SAWFT with this. Oh, thank you.
Soul.
Travis Boyette. Vegeta Uchiha. And last but not least, he's our boy, Worse Than a Demon.
Demon time.
Oh, wait, hold on. Demon time. He's the only one. Land of the rising sun. He's our fucking boy. His name is Juice. And as always, remind, if you want to hear your name rapped, you want to be a part of the hype, Full Pride Podcast over on the Patreon page at Full Pride Podcast. for your extra content, your exclusives, behind the scenes, and the studio stuff. You know what I'm saying? And comment, question, concern, business inquiry, or fan art you're trying to sponsor, hit us up fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That is fullpowerpod@gmail.com.
All right. What just fell?
Yeah, let's get into gear here.
I got a lot of things spamming on my phone. Anyway, car.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We got a new one. New junk.
Abataitara.
Yeah.
Modore na ito ite.
Yes, sir.
Mezashita no wa.
Uh-huh.
Aoi aoi ano sora.
Hit us up on the motherfucking Bluebird on Twitter.
Yeah.
At fullpowerpod and fuck X. All right, boys. Thanks for another edition of this Full Power Podcast. Brothers, do you have anything for left for the people at home?
Just stay fresh, stay clean, get yourself a nice fucking cologne. But you stinky ass niggas. Couple sprays. Nice and fresh.
I love how he adds the couple sprays. I can't imagine anyone not getting a cologne and just looking at it. Like, oh,
Sometimes these motherfuckers don't know how to they don't know how to spray correctly.
All right, IQ, Nozzle, LIL-UCH, what do you got left for the people at home?
If you're going through something, you're gonna get through it.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for tuning in and listening to another edition of the Full Power Podcast. And as always, if you want to be more interactive, we, of course, welcome all suggestions, topics, questions, whatever. There's a question or topic you want to hear us talk about on a future episode. Leave your comment, drop an email, whatever you got to do. Send us a message on the Patreon, whatever. Let us know, all right? And as always, it's been your boy, Ooch, the Iceman, Brother Ooch, and my boy, not so little IQ Ooch. And make sure y'all taking care of yourselves. May the power protect you, Block Little, right here on this podcast. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. And we'll see y'all next time. Huh. See ya. Bye. Dad took us to a restaurant, and guess what I had?
Shout outs to the she chopper.